Who have made your favorite early offseason move thus far in the NBA?
Ooh, do you want me to go first?
You go first, man.
Do you want me to go first? All right. You want me to tell you what my favorite is so far? I think that Drew Holiday and the who was it? Was it Barganovich that went?
The young Bogdanovich from the
Yeah,
Kings, not the one for the Jazz.
yeah.
Bogan.
Bogdanovich and Drew Holiday. We want me to tell you something that I feel like because they didn't get rid of Chris Middleton, so Chris Middleton's still there. Now you done added two very competent shooters. And Barganovich, he can give you 30 with the threes if he really needs to. He can give you 25, 30. And I personally feel like in the playoffs, if you just can't clog the lane for Giannis, or if you try to clog it and they make their shots instead of missing their shots, I feel like it'll be a different conversation. Drew Holiday adds another amazing defender. Eric Bledsoe has made all defensive teams, but that was earlier in his career. He has not done that recently. Drew Holiday has done it recently. He's proven in the playoffs recently, as recently as 2 or 3 years ago with Anthony Davis, that he can be a difference maker in the playoffs with the right superstar around him. I feel like he'll be just as good with Giannis as he was with Anthony Davis. Plus, you add Marjanovic, you got Chris Middleton. Their bench is still not terrible. I'm liking it. And I feel like especially if Brooklyn does the move with James Harden and loses all of their depth, I feel like that they can pound that interior on them. And I don't think, especially without Allen, if it's just going to be DeAndre Jordan, I don't think that they will have enough on the interior to handle this new Milwaukee team with those three-point shooters on the outside. So I got them winning the East if they can gel this year. That's my feeling for them, winning the East.
So that's a power move from Milwaukee.
Yes.
You got them kind of boosting over Brooklyn, coming to say. What you think, Trey? Who you got? Who made your favorite move thus far?
Well, they better win the East because Drew Holiday's only on 1 year deal, and Giannis can opt out next year. Even though I don't think he's gonna opt out. I really think it seems like he's not from America, so it seems like I feel like he's gonna stay in Milwaukee. I feel like if he was born here, he probably would leave because nobody here wants to stay in Milwaukee his whole career. But it seems like Giannis.
That's a good point.
It's like Giannis. It's like the foreign players are built different. Like they like kind of loyal to who picked them. So I think he's probably gonna stay. I think my move so far this year that I like the Chris Paul move for the Suns. I feel like they finally doing something to win. I like Monty Williams, another black coach in the NBA. I like Devin Booker. He wanted Chris Paul there. I think Chris Paul can like lead them the way and show them how to win. He's a proven winner. But like on the championship impact level, I feel like Dennis Schroeder to the Lakers because now they finally they finally have another player outside of Anthony Davis and LeBron who can get their own shot without getting a play set up for them. I know they're probably gonna lose Rondo now because Rondo wants like $9 million, and the Lakers can't afford to pay Rondo $9 million to repeat. I like Schroeder. He can like man the second unit. He can take minutes away from LeBron ball handling all the time. He can walk the ball to the court where they can't full court press LeBron to get his legs tired. With being such a quick turnaround for the Lakers, Dennis Schroeder will help because he got knocked out in the first round. He can help like carry the offense until LeBron comes to the fold around February. Because I ain't gonna lie, I think LeBron gonna pull a Kawhi. He might be load managing for a minute. Like I know they just played in the finals in like early October. They're about to start December 22nd.
77 days.
Yeah, bro. I think he gonna take a break. But I like the move. The Lakers gonna keep making some moves. They're not finished. I know Avery Bradley opted out. But I think the Chris Paul trade do get the Suns into the playoffs. I'm happy they're trying to win something because I feel like if they didn't make this trade, Devin Booker was out the door because he wants to make the playoffs and he wants a team to feel like they're committed to making the playoffs. And Chris Paul showed last year that even though he's old, he still got game and he can like show the young pups and Ayton, Mikal Bridges, Devin Booker, Cam Johnson. He can show them how to win. And I think that's the formula for the Suns. They're probably the bottom 5 team. And speaking of James Harden, I am a Rockets fan, and I'm to the point now. I want him gone. Like
Wow.
I
Speak
want him
on
gone,
it. Speak on
bro.
it.
Bro, I know,
Wow. You want him gone? Your best
bro.
player.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. Because I feel like he's not a superstar that could be the first option and win a championship. Bro, we literally changed our team like 3 different times. Where first it was
It makes
Harden and
sense.
Dwight. Yeah, it was Harden and Dwight. He didn't like Dwight. Then it was Harden and Chris Paul. He didn't like Chris Paul. Then it was Harden and Russ. And then Russ can't shoot. So then we got to trade Capella away and then it was small ball. We literally traded the team 4 different times. Four
That was
different
a bad
times.
idea.
That was the
I,
bad move right there. I
That
agree
was
with
a bad
Capella.
idea.
but they had to, bro, because Russ can't shoot and we couldn't have Capella
Yeah,
and
you
Russ
couldn't
on
have
the.
Capella just in the lane.
Yeah, so and the bad thing about it, I think COVID killed. Like, if the Rockets season would have ended during the lockout, not the lockout, what would have play stopped, we could trade Russ and get like probably 3 or 4 first round draft picks. Because from after that trade, Russ was balling. Like, he probably was like top 5 player in the league after that trade. And then COVID hits, he get COVID, he gets hurt in the bubble, and he looks sorry. And now he has no trade value. So now we're screwed. And now Harden wants out. Like, dude, this is your doing. Like, you wanted Russ here. This is your like. This is what I understand. This is what I don't understand about Harden. Like, I want out. I want to contend for a championship. You're the reason why the roster is at the state it is right now. Why we can't get nothing, because you wanted us to trade for Russ, and Russ is damaged goods. Like, I saw today,
I got a question for you. And this is this will be how we'll close. This is a little off topic, but it is on topic. Where do you rank as a Rockets fan? Where do you rank if he leaves now and doesn't play another game for the Rockets? Where do you rank James Harden all time in Rockets history?
second. You can't be first. You got no rings. Hakeem's number 1. He got 2 rings.
So
He brought.
it's automatically Hakeem. He's over T-Mac. He's over Yao Ming.
Yeah, Hakeem got rings, dog. He got the only 2 rings.
Well, I mean, I figured there was no way he was number 1 over Hakeem, but I just didn't know if you had him at 2 or maybe 3 or 4. I just wanted to see how you felt about it.
I cannot neglect what he did, like, stat wise. Like, he probably one of the best offensive players we've seen in the last 20 years. Like, he was getting a 50-point triple double, 60-point triple doubles. He was doing his thing. I just feel like we were talking before the show started. I'm to the point with Harden and Giannis. I don't grade them what they do in the regular season no more, because they're gonna do what they do. I grade Harden what he does in the playoffs, and it seemed like every game 7, even against OKC, dog. Every game, if it wasn't for him on that closeout on Luke Dort, he was having a horrendous game 7. Like,
Yeah,
what if he don't block that shot and Luke Dort hit that 3? Like, Luke Dort went for like 30. He went for 30. I think Harden had like 17, bro. He had like 17, bro. Like, he never came up big in the clutch. Like, the year that Chris Paul got hurt, I know Chris Paul got hurt. Like, if James Harden was a superstar among superstars in game 6 and game 7, we were up double-digit points in both those games against Golden State. I know it's Golden State, the dynasty with Kevin Durant. But, like, dude, if you're a superstar, you can win one of those games, dog. You was up double digits. There's no way in game 7 the Rockets should have went 0 for 27 in the street in a game. Then the next year,
you are attacking right now.
And the next year, when we lost in the 6th to Golden State when Kevin Durant got hurt, if James Harden is a superstar, you don't lose that series, dog. Like, you see what Kawhi did? Kawhi, like, we ain't losing the series. Like, we got to win. Like, like, you have to win. I know he was probably tired of Chris Paul running his mouth, but, bro, that ain't no excuse, man. You want a ring. He wants to compete for a ring. Like, what are you going to do in Brooklyn? Like, because Kyrie, we all know how we know Kyrie ego. He thought he had a hard time deferring to LeBron. Now you ask him to defer to James Harden and Kevin Durant, because he's not the second best player if all 3 of them team together. And if I'm building a team with all 3 of them, I want the ball in James Harden hand. I don't want it in Kyrie's hand.
Me either.
And then another thing, I think what will hurt that team is D'Antoni's in Brooklyn. So when they had their coaches meeting, and when he talking to Steve Nash, who you think D'Antoni gonna tell him to put the ball in the hand who ball? The ball in who hand? James Harden. So, like, I don't know, man. I'm just
gonna be a replay of that triangle offense.
Yeah, that's another big factor of why a lot of people aren't really taking that into account. That is another big reason why James Harden probably wants to go to Brooklyn as well. He does not want to leave Mike D'Antoni's system because Mike D'Antoni's system is the main reason that he's one of the best scorers of all time.
Dribble, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like when we was winning, it was fun to watch, but it got frustrating just watching him dribble for 20 seconds and then just jack up a three. And I'm like, come on, dog. Like we got to do something. I understood because I read the report. I understood why Daniel House and Austin Rivers and PJ Tuck. I'd be mad too,
Mm-hmm.
dog. Like y'all getting on
Mm-hmm.
us for missing shots when we just stand in the corner the whole game.
Can't get no rhythm.
Yeah, that's true. All right,
Yeah,
that's all I had.
If Harden goes to Brooklyn, it's definitely going to be tough. I don't see Harden and Kyrie being able to coexist. Just because of what y'all said, Harden needs the ball. Kyrie, you can't run the offense with Kyrie Irving on the floor and not really have the ball on him with the ball in his hands.